scratch.
I always have to have it on hand, or in my pocket, or in my car where I knew where it was. Because if I didn't know where it was, I'd panic. But that was in the beginning. And in my head, like as time went on, if I lose it or if I can't find it or I misplaced it, I'll just be like, it pops up whenever it pops up. But in the back of my mind, it's more of like, oh my God, I need it. Like, I need to find it. But in hindsight, it's just more of like, if it comes, it comes back. If it doesn't, then it was meant to be, and it's a sign that I should stop. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who don't learn until I go through it. Just know that every year it gets harder to quit. And every year you start to feel the effect.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account. Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it? Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story, too.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
We only have had e-cigarettes since 2012 or 2011. So it's only been a decade, a little over a decade, and we're getting different chemicals that we don't know enough about, which will probably cause us a lot of issues in the future.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Vaping has almost become like an obsession, addiction.
I always have to have it on hand.
It's got to be where I know where it is.
If I didn't know where it was, I'd panic.
I stopped pretty quick because I didn't really get the enjoyment I thought I would get out of it.
I've had friends who have used it, and it's a struggle for them.
Find your passion. Find your people. Find your purpose. Find your superior.
At Clyde Ironworks, every bite starts from scratch. Fried ravioli, golden and crisp. Onion rings, batting frozen, nothing fake. Just passion, patience, and heat. Clyde Ironworks, where food is made from scratch.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to UWS Women's Basketball here on Yellow Jacket TV and the National Bank of Commerce pregame show. Sponsored by National Bank of Commerce with locations in Superior, Poplar, Solon Springs, Esco, Hermantown, Hibbing, Duluth. Make more possible with National Bank of Commerce, member FDIC. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live from Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where the Yellow Jackets getting ready to take on Bethany Lutheran here in their first home conference game of the 2025-2026 season. The Yellow Jackets coming into this contest off of a win in their conference opener. We'll talk more about that in a second. UWS, though, overall coming into this contest now at 4-10 overall, 1-0 in the UMAC, as I just mentioned. Evelyn Parsons in her first season at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program. UWS opened their UMAC conference slate for this season with an 84-60 win over North Central in their UMAC opener. That game was played down at Clark Danielson Gym in downtown Minneapolis on Wednesday night. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets put together their best offensive performance of the season, knocking down 58.6% of their shots while netting a season high in points in the victory. UWS got to a fast start against the Rams in the opening quarter of that contest, knocking down 10 of their first 14 shots on the way to taking a 23-18 lead after one. The Yellow Jackets followed up their quick start in the second quarter by going 8 of 14 in the second 10 minutes on the way to outscoring the Rams 17-14 in the frame to take a 40-32 lead into the intermission. UWS from there continuing to pull away after halftime, making 9 of 15 shots in the third quarter to hold a 21-16 margin on the way to upping their advantage to 61-48, heading to the final 10 minutes. And from there, the Yellow Jackets limited North Central to 3 of 10 shooting in the final 10 minutes to outscore the Rams 23-12 to win by 24 points. For the game, UWS connected on 34 of 58 shots and had 3 players score in double figures, led by Charlotte Firstill, who posted a double-double with 18 points and a team-leading 12 rebounds. Firstill made 7 of her 10 field goal attempts, while also connecting on 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Maddie Riot added 15 points on 7 of 11 shooting, while Mackenzie Lesha finished with 10 points. All in all, UWS got points from 11 different players and picking up that win as well. So it was a good balanced effort from the Yellow Jackets in that win over North Central. Meanwhile, Bethany Lutheran comes into this contest also 4-10 overall and also 1-0 in the UMAC. They opened their UMAC conference season with a 67-48 win over Northwestern on Wednesday night at the North Gym down in Mankato, Minnesota. In that contest, the Vikings started the game by outscoring the Eagles 19-12 in the first quarter before heading into the intermission, holding a 36-29 lead. In the third, Bethany Lutheran limited Northwestern to just 3 of 15 shooting while holding a 17-7 edge in the frame to expand their advantage to 53-36 heading to the fourth. And from there, the Eagles never got closer than 14 points as Bethany Lutheran limited Northwestern to 32.8% shooting to pick up the win. For the game, the Vikings connected on 43.5% of their shots and had 3 players scoring double figures, led by Kennedy Arndt with 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting. Erin McGee added 14 points, while Juliana Ewald finished with 12 points in the contest as well. So that's where the two teams stand here heading into this contest here from Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick break before we come back with more of our pregame show, sponsored by National Bank of Commerce, including a conversation with Yellow Jacket head coach Evelyn Parsons. That's coming up in a couple minutes. This is UWS Women's Basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
I'm back with Yellow Jacket head coach Evelyn Parsons. And, Coach, first home conference game now with 2026 coming up today against Bethany Lutheran. We'll touch more on that in a moment. But, boy, nice performance for you guys in your conference opener. Clark Danielson Gymnasium, not always the easiest gym to play in. It's pretty small. It's pretty compact, pretty intimate setting there. Fans are pretty close to things. But you guys looked like you were pretty darn comfortable, and I would say that was probably the best I've seen you guys play offensively. I don't know where you rated in terms of your performances on the year, but it was pretty complete. I think across the board, you guys winning by 24 points. You had 11 different players score. You had 3 players in double figures. Charlotte Furstel had a double-double. I mean, it was a really nice way to kick off the conference season, wasn't it?
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Whenever you go on the road, it's always hard to, I think, get in rhythm sometimes. So it took us a little bit to kind of just settle into the game. But I'm definitely proud of how our team responded since, our last competition, and just excited to get the conference season going. And it's always good to start with a road win.
It seemed like you guys really settled in, especially in the second and third quarters. Fourth quarter was good as well. I mean, you guys scored more than 20 points in every quarter, I think, except for maybe the second. But it was one of those games where it just felt like everything was in the flow. Really good to see Matt Riak get off a little bit, too. I know she's a player you really like, her athleticism. She plays very hard. She's hard-nosed on both ends of the floor. But it was nice to see her get 15 points in that game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And like you said earlier, just having a bunch of different people contribute in a lot of little ways, I think that helps us when we can have multiple people, to look to score the ball. And it's not going to be the same people every game, but to be able to have that versatility has been really good for us.
I also want to talk a little bit more about Charlotte now, because she seems to be running into form now. She had kind of a slow start to the year. This is kind of mirroring what she did last year, actually. Now in her junior season, obviously, 6'3", she seems like she's developing her post game a little bit more. She's holding the ball a little bit higher now, able to get points inside. 18 and 12, that was a good showing for her. And it does seem like you guys get in a better rhythm when she's going a little bit more offensively.
Yeah, she's done a great job and has rebounded the ball really well for us all season. And, I think is playing confident offensively. I'll give Owen, our assistant coach, a lot of credit for doing a lot of player development with all of our players, but specifically our forwards. I think that's helped them just be able to see the ball go in and work on some different moves with him, who's had a lot of experience at that position. So, yeah, I'm excited about how she's playing, and I think it's going to continue to grow.
Turning this game today against Bethany Lutheran, obviously it's a program that we're all very familiar with around here. We won a lot of conference titles at their expense over the years. They've won a few at our expense as well. So it's a program that the Yellow Jacket people and Yellow Jacket fans, people who've been around the program, are very familiar with. They're a team that's kind of similar to you guys in a lot of ways. In fact, you guys have the same records coming into this game here today, overall and in the conference. So it's sort of a team that is also a lot of expected of them this year. I know they're big in the front court. They're coming off of a nice win against Northwestern their last time out, so they're 1-0 in the league as well. What else do you know about the Vikings in this game here today?
Yeah, like you said, they are a bigger team, so we're really going to have to battle inside. I think just making sure that we come out with an intensity and an energy, and we did a good job rebounding the ball in our last game. In this game, it's going to be really important to be physical with them on both ends, because that's how they're going to play. And, I think just taking advantage of different opportunities we have, whether it's mismatches in certain situations when they switch, or just really playing our game. They might mix up some different defenses, but just, staying true to what we do. I think that's been a big focus even going into this conference season. It's not as much about what other teams are doing. It's how can we show up as our best selves. And I think the team's done a really good job this week in practice preparing for that. And we're ready for whatever they have to throw at us.
All right, Coach. Well, as always, thanks for joining me for the interview, and good luck today against the Vikings.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Those are the words of Yellow Jacket head coach Evelyn Parsons in this one. Big greetings, by the way. I want to extend a big greeting to all the people now joining us on 91.3 FM. We got on a little later than we wanted to with the pregame, but this is the pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. That's the interview with head coach Evelyn Parsons. As usual, we'll give you the starting lineups for the two teams. Starting with the Yellow Jackets, here are their starting five heading in this one here today from Mertz Memorial Gymnasium against Bethany Lutheran. Starting in the backcourt for the Jackets, 5'7" junior from Stoughton, Wisconsin, the transfer from across the bridge at UMD, Maddie Riop, had 15 points against North Central on Wednesday. She comes in game tonight off that game, now averaging 5.5 points per outing. Starting at guard, 5'5", sophomore from Grantsburg, Wisconsin, the Yellow Jackets' leading scorer on the season, Megan Schaefer, She averages 8.9 points per game. Starting at forward, Charlotte Firstall for the Yellow Jackets, 6'3" junior from Plain, Wisconsin. She averages 7.9 points per game, coming off of an 18.12 rebound game against North Central and an 84-60 Yellow Jacket win for those of you just joining us on 91.3 FM. Starting at guard, 5'7" senior from Somerset, Wisconsin, Mackenzie Lesha. She comes into the game today averaging 6.2 points per game. And rounding out the Yellow Jackets starting 5'4" senior from Cottage Grove, Minnesota, Elsa Olsen. She averages 6.2 points per outing. Same starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets, by the way, in all 15 games now this season. So good consistency for head coach Evelyn Parsons in her starting five this campaign. Meanwhile, Bethany Lutheran will counter with this starting five. Starting at guard, 5'6" junior from Baxter, Minnesota, Juliana Ewald. She comes in the game today averaging 8.3 points per contest. Starting at guard, 5'7" freshman from Cortland, Minnesota, Morgan Hulke. She comes in the game today averaging 11.3 points per game. Starting at guard, 5'7" senior from Marshall, Minnesota, Megan Wegner. She averages 5.4 points per outing. Starting at forward, 6' sophomore from Canby, Minnesota. The leading scorer so far this season for the Vikings, Kennedy Arndt. She averages 11.5 points per outing. And rounding out the starting five for the Vikings, 6'2" sophomore from Pipestone, Minnesota, Erin McGee. She averages 11.4 points per outing. So that's the starting lineups for the two teams. And with that, we will bring our pregame show, sponsored by National Bank of Commerce, to a close. We'll take one more quick break. We'll have the introduction of the two teams. We'll also have the national anthem while you are away. And then we'll come back with the opening tip of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS Women's Basketball on both 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. The two teams being introduced. We just played the national anthem, by the way. The lights are about to go out on me here as the Yellow Jackets get introduced for this one. UWS and Bethany Lutheran. This game won, by the way, of a triple header of UWS sports here on 91.3 FM. So stick with us. It's going to be a long day here, but we hope you enjoy all the broadcasts. The men's game will come up about a half hour after we go final in the first game of this triple header, Yellow Jacket men and Bethany Lutheran here. That tentative start time there, about 4:45 or so, is what we're thinking. Of course, that depends on how quickly this first game gets underway. And then the nightcap of this triple header, the Yellow Jacket men's hockey team looking for a weekend sweep as a non-conference action, by the way. Defeated Concordia Moorhead last night. They'll be on the airwaves here tonight, taking on St. John's down in St. Cloud, Minnesota, 7 p.m. The opening face-off down there, 6:30 the pregame with John Garber. That on 91.3 FM, KUWS only. These two broadcasts, by the way, the first two games also on Yellow Jacket TV. So we have a joint broadcast going on here between games 1 and 2 of our triple header. A couple of series notes between these two. UWS leads the all-time series of Bethany Lutheran 18-10 since their first matchup back on November 18th of 2008. The two teams split their two matchups last season with each winning on each other's home court. The Yellow Jackets took the first matchup between the two sides back on January 11th, 2025 at the North Gym down in Mankato by the score of 64-63 before the Vikings turned around and defeated the Yellow Jackets 68-58 in the return game on February 15th of 2025. That game was played right here at the Mertz as the lights come back on, which means we are done with the starting lineups, and we're moments away from getting this one underway here between the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings. UWS in their home gold jerseys with the black trim going from right to left in this opening half of action. Meanwhile, Bethany Lutheran in their traveling red jerseys will be going from left to right here in this opening 20 minutes. Matt Johnson alongside my production engineers Wyatt Tischler back at 91.3 FM, and also Evan Ludwig with Yellow Jacket TV. The opening tip, sponsored by Bikers Island Inn, is controlled by Bethany Lutheran, and we are underway here. Again, thank you for joining us. We hope you'll be with us all afternoon and into the evening for men's hockey at the end of the day. In the meantime, Aaron McGee right away getting inside, takes a shot, leaves it short, but will draw a foul on UWS's Charlotte Firstel in the painted area. And McGee will go to the free throw line to shoot two here on the first possession of quarter number 1, 9:43 remaining, just underway. Again, thank you for joining us for Yellow Jacket women's basketball here on both 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV, as McGee's first free throw is in the air and it spins out, no good. She's got one more coming. Bethany Lutheran, a team that shoots free throws at 66.7%. McGee, for her part, 62.8 on the season. And her second free throw is up, and that one rattles home. So the Vikings score first, and UWS now in the front court coming off of their best offensive performance of the year, shooting 56% and defeating North Central 84-60 on Wednesday, as bounce pass to the outside that gets kicked away by the foot of Juliana Ewald. It will stay here with the Yellow Jackets. They'll inbound on the far side. Mackenzie Lesha will inbound it here for UWS. Snaps a pass in now for Megan Schaefer, top of the key. Schaefer, the sophomore from Grantsburg, Wisconsin, swings the pass left side. Lesha now looking down low for Firstel. Charlotte Firstel now putting it on the deck, trying to spin against the double team. Kicks a pass out on top, and that might be a turnover. In fact, it will be, as it went over and back. Her pass back out for Schaefer went over the top, and trying to track it down with Schaefer. Couldn't do so before she stepped on the midcourt stripe, so it's a over and back violation against UWS. And the basketball goes back now to the Vikings. Still 1-0 your score, 9:19 remaining. Just underway here in this one. As Ewald into the front court now. Gives a pass now left side. And this is Morgan Hulke. Bethany Lutheran, 3 players averaging right around 11 points per game as McGee goes right at first, now kicks it to the outside. Ewald's three-point shot gets blocked by Megan Schaefer. Don't see that very often. Schaefer, not the tallest player in the world, just 5'5", but able to get her hand on that one. And he'll stay with the Vikings here. As they will inbound it now on the far side. Pass comes in, 2 seconds, 1 second to shoot, and they're not going to get one off here, it doesn't appear. And it will be a shot clock violation as the buzzer goes. A little bit soft on the sound this time. I don't know if the horn is having some technical issues, but it is a shot clock violation. The basketball goes back now to UWS. As the Jackets now into the front court. Pass goes right side. Here is UWS's Megan Schaefer out on top. Now Maddie Riyad getting a step. Bounce pass opposite block. Elsa Olsen couldn't hold on to it. It's a turnover on the Jackets. Now back the other way into the front court come Bethany Lutheran. Morgan Hulke. Now snap pass comes right side. 3-point shot is taken on the right side, and it's nothing but net for Megan Wegner. And it's 4-0 in favor of the Vikings. Also Olsen now in the front court for the Jackets. Gives it out on top. Now it's Maddie Riyad, top of the key. Bounce pass for Firstel. Charlotte Firstel now holding the ball high over her head. Gives it off the top of the Kingy again now for Schaefer, and she's going to draw a foul. She went to the right side of the lane. This one's going to be called on Morgan Hulke on the bump. Hope Carlson going to check in for UWS, the transfer from St. Scholastica. She'll take out Elsa Olsen. Nearly 2 minutes elapsed. First quarter, no score for the Yellow Jackets. 4 points up on the board for the Vikings. Bounce pass from Lesha as she inbounds on the baseline. Schaefer now, circle routing her way, goes right at the 6'2" McGee. Misses the layup. Rebound grab by Ewald. And Juliana Ewald now in the front court. Pass out on top now for Kennedy Arndt. Arndt goes to the corner with the feed. Wagner now out on top. Ewald stepping inside the arc. Outside three-point shot, and that one is up and good. Kennedy Arndt with the triple, and the Jackets with a very slow start here in quarter number 1. 7-0 now in favor of the Vikings already, as Riot now will play point. Comes off the screen, now kicks it outside. Lesha with the head fake, looking down low for Firstel. Pass left side, now Schaefer. Inside Firstel against McGee, just backing her down, trying to flip up a shot. That's no good. Rebound still being fought for. Firstel hits the deck. Tried to feed it now for Schaefer. That one taken away. Ewald now in transition. Head fake now by Wagner. Going down low. They kick it back out left side. Another three-point shot is up, and another one is good. And the Jackets need a timeout here. Morgan Hulke knocked down the three, and the Jackets very lackluster at the start of this game. They're down 10-0 now. Couldn't have asked for a much worse start here for UWS. Vikings so far now 3 for 4 from the field, and all 4 of their shots have come from beyond the arc. Jackets only have 2 shots up now through 3 minutes. They've already turned the ball over, as I look at it, 3 times. So extremely flat from UWS at the start. See if they can get themselves going a little bit here, but it has been ugly at the start here for UWS. Kylie Hewitt's going to check in for the first time now for the Jackets. Looks like the Vikings also making a substitution as checking in Sheridan Kennedy. As the Jackets into the front court now after getting a talking to from Evelyn Parsons. Going right side now, it's Megan Schaefer. Carlson putting on the deck, now spinning away. Kicks it right side, here's Schaefer. Shoveling a pass down low. Hewitt couldn't handle it. Picked off now. Turnover by number 4 for the Jackets already. Now in the front court here is Sheridan Kennedy. Going down toward the baseline now is Arndt. Kicks it back out. Here's Ewald. Putting on the deck now. Here's Kennedy going on the baseline, kicking it out on top. 9 seconds to shoot. Getting a step now, going all the way to the rim, flipping it up and getting it to go down for 2 more is Juliana Ewald. And it's 12-0 now. The shutout's still intact here, and we've played almost 4 minutes of this opening quarter. Vikings with a haymaker to start. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets have any response here. Hewitt now out on top. Riot puts the ball on the deck. Goes down right side. Now she pops a jump shot and gets it to go down for 2. Soft touch from Riot makes it 12-2. So the Jackets at least are on the board now. Wagner now right side. Out on top, it's Kennedy. Tight defense being played by UWS's Mackenzie Lesha. Now Ewald on the far side, kicks it to the corner. 3-point shot is up. That one's off the front rim. No good. Rebound grab, though, by Kennedy. And she then flips it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover as the ball goes back to the Jackets. Colleen Claude and also Elsa Olsen checking in for the first time here for the Yellow Jackets. Olsen back in the game. Claude in for the first time. And Riot will inbound now right in front of her own bench. First 12 points of the game to the Vikings. Still a lot of time left, but the Jackets going to have to pick it up. Carlson out on top now, putting it on the deck. Now she fumbles it. It's on the deck, and we will have a tie-up, and it'll go back over. That's turnover number 5 for the Jackets. 5 turnovers in less than 5 minutes for UWS. Kennedy will trigger it in here. Lauren Bauer in now also for the first time. She kicks a pass right side. Kaylee Hunter in. Now pass comes inside. Going up and laying that one will be McGee. Nice pass. Nice finish by McGee. She has 3 points. The lead is back up to 12, 14-2 in the early going here. Carlson left side now, Riot. Kylie Hewitt going down low. Riot steps inside, goes up, lays it in, and will draw the foul. Got inside position against the shorter Lauren Bauer. Bauer at 5'3", Riot at 5'7", giving up 4 inches, and good job by Riot. Recognizing the situation, going to the right side block, laying it in and drawing the foul. She's got all 4 Yellow Jacket points. And as Kennedy Arndt comes back into the ball game, she'll take out Sheridan Kennedy. Meanwhile, Hewitt checks out. First back in. And Riot at the free throw line now looking to complete an old-fashioned three-pointer, and she does so by knocking down the free throw. Now she'll check out. Lesha comes back in. 14-5 now. More than halfway home here, quarter number 1. Lauren Bauer now. Who got called for that last foul, brings the Vikings in the front court. Pass comes right side, Kaylee Hunter. Now out on top, it's Arndt. They'll swing it right side. Arndt getting the return pass. Picks up her dribble about 18 feet away from the hoop. Now we'll lob it back out on top for Hunter. 8 seconds to shoot now as Hunter comes off the screen on the left. Now Arndt putting on the deck with 4 seconds. Goes right to the rim, flips up a shot and lays it in for 2. Jacket defense late and helping, and she got right to the rim. Vikings shooting the ball exceptionally well right now. And now 6 for their first 8, and it's 16-5. Carlson out on top now for UWS. Bounce pass, Firstel. She'll fade away, go for the jump shot on the baseline, and knock it down for 2. Just faded away from McGee. 16-7 now your tally. Vikings into the front court. Pass comes right side. Here's Bauer. Bauer stopping at the free throw line. Now McGee. Going at Firstel. We'll kick it to the corner. 3-point shot is up from there. That one's off the front rim. No good. Rebound grab by Carlson. 3 was taken by Bauer. And Hope Carlson now in the front court for the Jackets. Goes left side now for Lesha. Mackenzie Lesha. Colleen Claude. High post now for Charlotte Firstel. Had the ball knocked away. Now it's on the deck. And the Vikings come out of there with it. Another Yellow Jacket turnover. Bauer's long lead pass finds Kaylee Hunter, and now she'll back it out. Finds McGee now on the lob pass. Now goes to the opposite block for Arndt. Goes up, misses the layup, but will draw the foul. Kind of surprised McGee didn't go up with the shot there, but decided to find Arndt. And the Vikings leading scorer will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That foul, by the way, called on the Yellow Jackets. Elsa Olsen, that'll be her first. 3rd team foul in the Jackets. Schaefer, Riot, and Kira Latvala into the game for UWS. Ewald is back in, meanwhile, for the Vikings. As is Amelia Walker. Well, Arndt goes to the free throw line. Her first shot is up and no good. Wide to the left. One more coming for the sophomore from Canby, Minnesota. Second one is up, and that one is good. Vikings scored the first 12 points. They've led by double digits through most of this quarter. It's now 17-7 with 3:20 and counting remaining. Arndt has 3 points. And Mackenzie Lesha now on the right wing for the Jackets. And I'm not sure where that pass was intended to go. It really wasn't to anybody. Flipped the pass over to the left side, excuse me. Maybe looking for Riot. Riot, though, was about 5 feet away from it. So another turnover on UWS. And now Ewald into the front court. Pass comes right side. Here's Hunter. Off the screen by McGee. And then her pass leads McGee to the baseline. She's able to save it in, but then stepping on the sideline is going to be Kennedy Arndt. It'll be a turnover on the Vikings this time. Lesha now off the inbounds for Megan Schaefer. Schaefer in the front court. Bounce pass comes left side. Riot out on top. Now Latvala getting her first touch of the ball game. Here's Charlotte Firstel now. Handing it off. Schaefer, she'll step back. Fires from 3-point range. That's off the front rim. No good. Rebound grab by Walker. Millie Walker's long lead pass now finds Kaylee Hunter. Hunter for Bethany Lutheran out on top. And now she travels. Does Amelia Walker as the return pass came for her out on top of the key. And she shuffled her feet before she put the ball on the deck. Probably wasn't expecting the pass. That's when that usually happens. Carlson back in. Firstel will check out. Meanwhile, Sheridan Kennedy returns. She'll take out Erin McGee here for the Vikings. And the lead remains at 10 here for Bethany Lutheran. 17-7. Jackets in the front court. Quick 3-point shots up now by Latvala. That's off the back rim. No good. Rebound, Hope Carlson. Now Riot. Maddie Riot putting it on the deck. Goes right to the lane, flips up a shot, off the back rim, no good. Rebound being fought for underneath, and we're going to have a jump ball. And it will stay with the Yellow Jackets. Nice move by Riyadh. She's been the Yellow Jackets' best player by far in this quarter. Just didn't get the roll on it, did everything but finish off the back rim, and then the tie-up on the rebound. Speaking of Riyadh, she'll inbound now left baseline. Lobs it in now. Here's Megan Schaefer, right side, and now we're going to have a whistle and a foul down low, and they're going to get Sheridan Kennedy on the foul. As Kylie Hewitt, who's back in, was backing in or trying to set up position anyway down low. Third team foul on the Vikings. We'll have an inbound now, left side. Riyadh will do the honors here. Schaefer now left side. Steps inside the arc, goes right to the rim, and flips up a shot off the glass for two. Megan Schaefer on the board for the first time. 17-9 now your score. Nice move by the sophomore. Cuts the lead to 8. Now Hunter. Kennedy going on the baseline. Jackets slow and responding, and she goes right to the rim and lays it in. Second or third time the Jackets have been caught late on the help side D. Kennedy took advantage. She lays it in, and it's back to a 10-point lead for the Vikings. 19-9. Hewitt now out on top. Here's Riyadh putting it on the deck. Left side of the lane. Now spins away. Goes up with a jump shot. Rims it out. No good. Rebound grab by Ewald. Lead pass in the front court. Now here's Hunter. Kennedy putting it on the deck now against Riyadh. Picks up her dribble. Goes left side now against Ewald. Juliana Ewald now stepping behind the screen, looking down low. 1:13 and counting remaining. First quarter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As Ewald now goes left side, flips up a shot off the glass, no good. Rebound off the miss now for Schaefer. Check it, it's Hope Carlson. Carlson now kicking it for Riyadh in the corner. Maddie Riyadh going right at Kennedy. Flips a pass now. Underneath goes Kylie Hewitt, goes up with the reverse and lays it in with the left hand for two. 19-11 now your score. Jackets within 8 here. 45 seconds remaining, first quarter. Kennedy going right side now with the pass. Here's Arndt. Out on top now, it's Amelia Walker getting a step, coming down the middle of the lane. Arndt picks up the basketball on the baseline. 8 seconds to shoot. 28 in the quarter. Arndt goes with the left hand. That rims out, no good. Rebound grabbed underneath by Riyadh, and getting called for the over-the-back foul is going to be Amelia Walker of the Vikings. That'll be the fourth team foul. Jackets shuffling personnel in and out here. As Firstel, Lesha, and Olsen all return. Claude also back in for UWS. With 25 seconds remaining, first quarter. Jackets have cleaned it up a little bit, and they're now up to 5 for 12 shooting, but the Vikings very good so far at 58.3, and they lead it by 8. They're scoring the first 12 in this quarter. Olsen out on top. Lesha now left side. Here's Claude. Back for Lesha. Cutting down lane. Goes up. Misses the layup with the right hand. Had a good look. Just didn't finish it. McGee, who's back in, gets the rebound. Kennedy. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Her pass back out on top. Intended for Megan Wagner. Was picked off by Colleen Claude. And that is how the opening 10 minutes will end here in Superior. It's 19-11 your score. By the way, fans, if you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, tune in to Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garver and myself throughout the years. We sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. I'll take a quick look at those numbers after one. UWS, as I mentioned, 5 for 12 from the field. Vikings shooting the ball really well. 7 out of 12 thus far, and 3 for 6 from beyond the arc. And 2 for 4 from the Stripe Jackets, 1 for 1. UWS +1 in rebounding so far. UWS also has 3 offensive rebounds. Too many turnovers, though, for the Jackets in that quarter. 4 assists to go with 6 turnovers. The Vikings with 5 assists against 4 turnovers. Individually here so far, Bethany Lutheran getting 6 points from Kennedy Arndt. Nobody else with more than 3. Wagner, Hulke, and McGee all with 3. 2 points for Ewald and 2 points also for Kennedy. The Yellow Jackets so far, 5 points from Maddie Riyadh. She was UWS's best player in that quarter by a long shot. 2 points for Firstel, 2 points from Schaefer, and 2 points from Kylie Hewitt as well after one quarter as we get ready to start the second 10 minutes here at the Mertz. A reminder at halftime, we will have our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We will have Our first half summary, you look at the first half stats. We'll also have our Yellow Jacket sports summary, which will catch you up on everything going on this weekend. A bunch of teams in action, so stick around for that in 10 minutes. Our halftime program, again, sponsored by Howland Incorporated. In the meantime, the Vikings beginning the second quarter in possession of the basketball. Here's Arndt. Pass down low. Hilke will kick it right side. Now Wegner. Hilke back for Wegner. Now pass comes down low for McGee. She couldn't handle it, and it's out of bounds off of Aaron McGee. It'll be a turnover on the Vikings, and the Yellow Jackets will put the ball in play. Bethany Lutheran scoring the first 12 points, and they have not looked back so far. Jackets trying to creep their way back into this after a timeout and talking to from head coach Evelyn Parsons. Lesha bringing the Jackets in the front court. Now Firstel, high post. Now on the pass comes left side. Lesha will step back. She'll fire from three. That's off the front rim. No good. Rebound tracked down by Arndt. And now Ewald in the front court. Quick pass down low for McGee. Switching it near side. Wegner in the corner. Now Ewald back inside for McGee. That's good basketball right there. McGee misses the layup. Misses the second chance at it as well after getting her offensive rebound. Now she'll kick it back out, and here's Hilke in. The foul going to be called on the Yellow Jackets down low. McGee at 6'2", just posting up left side block. Missed the bunny. Got her own rebound. Missed the second bunny, and then kicked it back out, and the foul is going to be called on the Yellow Jackets. It's on Riot. That'll be her first. And now a foul or a pass comes inside for Arndt off the inbound, and another foul going to be called on UWS. And it's Riot again. So that's two quick fouls against Maddie Riot. Now she's going to have to check out. Hope Carlson's going to come in. And we might not see Maddie Riot for a while. 9:02 left in the half. And it's going to be free throws here for number 25 in red, Kennedy Arndt. Her first free throw is up and good. 20-11 now your score. And her second free throw is also good. Back up to a double-digit lead now for the Vikings at 21-11 as Megan Schaefer brings the UWS into the front court. Pass comes left side now, Elsa Olsen. Mackenzie Lesha now top of the key. Here's Charlotte Firstel. Firstel for UWS. Her pass back now intended for Olsen, went right between her legs. Now Lesha comes out there with it. Pass down low. Wide open is Schaefer. Everybody for the Vikings tried to go up court, and they left Schaefer behind everybody, and all Lesha had to do was turn and flip it to her. Schaefer now has 4. 21-13 your score. Megan Wegner, she'll fire from 3 and knock it down. Vikings now 4 for 7 from beyond the arc. It's going to be hard to beat them if they keep shooting it like that from out there. 24-13 now your score. Olsen now left side. Picks up her dribble. Pass down low now. Firstel against a triple team goes up and just muscles it over the front of the rim for 2. 3 Vikings converging on her. Firstel just went right through them, laid it in, and now she's got 4. 24-15. Now Wegner getting a step, going right to the rim. Flips up a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound cleared now by Schaefer. Megan Schaefer now in transition. She'll slow it up and hand it off for Elsa Olsen on the right side. Olsen for the Jackets, putting it on the deck. And try to kick a pass to the corner looking for Schaefer. It's knocked out of play by the Vikings. It'll stay with UWS as Hewitt and Latvala comes back in. McGee's going to check out. Hunter comes back in. Ewald also checks out. Also back in is Kennedy, and the Jackets will inbound left baseline. Lesha triggers it in now. Here's Wegner. Now Hope Carlson, long three-point shot, way short. And that was a good foot short on that three-point shot from Hope Carlson. Basketball back now to the Vikings. 24-15 your score. It's been all Vikings here so far. Scored the first 12, and the Jackets have not come any closer than 8 points since that time. Now putting on the deck, here's Morgan Hilke going to the rim. That shot's off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound grab by Kennedy. Pass comes out on top. Now Wegner going right to the rim, and she'll lay it in for 2. And another timeout going to be called here by the Yellow Jackets. Bethany Lutheran right now just playing harder than UWS is. Winning every race to the ball and getting all the hustle plays here so far. And it's been mostly a flat performance from UWS, no question about it. Defensively, they've struggled here in this one. And there's a lot of changes that need to be made here if the Jackets want to get themselves back into this one. Vikings now 9 out of 18 from the field, 4 for 7 from beyond the arc. UWS 7 out of 17. 0 for 4, but the defensive end of the court is where the Jackets have really struggled here so far in this one. Offense is coming around a little bit, although some of the shot selection probably hasn't been the greatest, but UWS not getting many stops right now. 7:07 remaining in the half. It's 26-15 in favor of Bethany Lutheran. They've led from the start, scored the first 12. Riyadh comes back in now. Bethany Lutheran going to pick up full court off the make. Hope Carlson will inbound. And she triggers in now for Lesha. 1-2-2 full court press here from the Vikings. Kenny Arndt's on top of it. Now Lesha into the front court. Riyadh snaps the pass left side. Latvala. Riyadh out on top now. Goes right side. Hope Carlson with a ball fake on Arndt. Goes to the right to the rim. Flips up a shot and gets it to go down for 2. Jackets have gotten good action going to the rim so far here in the first half. She has her first 2, does Carlson. That's 26-17. Sheridan Kennedy now on the left side. Here's Kennedy Arndt, top of the key. She'll hand it off out on top now for Kaylee Hunter. Hunter going right to the rim, and she'll lay it in for 2. A lot of dribble drive penetration both ways. She's got her first 2, and it's back up to an 11-point lead again. 28-17. Latvala right side. Lesha in the corner. Her bounce pass for Hewitt, nowhere near her. Knocked away pretty easily, and the steal made now by the Vikings. Back to the direction. Here's Hunter, left side. Wegner. Arndt against Carlson. Goes up high with the shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebound for Maddie Riyadh. Playing on the 2 fouls. And Riyadh now advance across the timeline. Right-hand dribble. Coming off the screen. Now her pass to the outside. That gets picked off. Kennedy now back the other direction. 3-on-3. Goes all the way to the rim. Flips up a shot. And I think she's going to be called for an offensive foul here. Yep. And that'll be her second. First team foul against the Vikings in quarter number 2. 5:48 remaining. Claude going to come back in. Olsen also back in for UWS. McGee back in for the Vikings, as is Amelia Walker. And now here's Elsa Olsen coming into the front court. Left side pass, Colleen Claude. Claude now stopping in the lane, trying to go with a pass down low for Firstel. That one picked off. Then it was turned around and turned over as Claude went in there chasing after the steal. Knocked it away. Was able to find Firstel down low, and Charlotte Firstel, the junior, just turned and laid it in with the right hand. Jackets have gotten a couple of those kind of greasy buckets here so far. And now back to the direction. Walker on the spin move going down toward the baseline. Had her shot blocked away by Riyadh. It'll stay here with the Vikings on the baseline. They'll have 18 seconds of which to work offensively. And Ewald triggers it in now for Walker out on top of the key. Here's McGee now on the wing against Firstel. Going right at her. Pass down the middle. Going up with a shot is going to be Wegner, and getting caught defensively was Hope Carlson. She goes over the back for the blocking foul. That'll be her second, and it'll be 2 free throws now coming up for Megan Wegner. Lesha comes back in. .5:12 remaining in the first half here. It's 28-19 your score. And Wegner's first free throw is good. Second free throw is up. And that one rolls around and falls through as well. 30-19 now your score. Lesha will trigger it in now. Here's Elsa Olsen in the front court. Riyadh right side. Puts it on the deck. Gets a step. Pass to the outside in the corner. Now here's Colleen Claude. Lesha, she'll tee up a 3-point shot, and it's good. Mackenzie Lesha with the 3. She has her first 3 points, 30-22. Back to the way now. Arndt against the double team. Gives it down low for the cutting McGee, and she lays it in for two. 32-22. Back up to a 10-point lead here for Bethany. Riyadh on the left side now. At the elbow. Picking up her dribble. Has nowhere to go with it. Pass comes right side now for Claude. Here's Lesha. Now Riyadh on the baseline against Ewald. Trying to spin. Goes up with the fadeaway jump shot and gets it to go down for two. Maddie Riyadh. And it's 7 points for the Jackets to lead them in scoring. By the way, Wegner has 10 points now after those two free throw makes for the Vikings to lead them. And it's 32-24. Amelia Walker now for Arndt. Walker thought about taking the three. Passes up, now goes right to the rim. Flips up a shot. That's no good. Rebound underneath. Grabbed by McGee. Goes up and lays it in for two. Just out-muscling the Yellow Jackets down low. The Vikings have been doing that throughout this half. And UWS just not making stops again. Not making plays defensively. And it's still a 10-point deficit now after that bucket by McGee. 34-24. Right side now Riyadh putting it on the deck. Now Firstel. Elsa Olsen, left side, steps inside the arc, goes up for the jump shot, and she'll knock that one down. Elsa Olsen from 20 feet. To be fair, the Yellow Jackets also shooting the ball well, but again, on the defensive side, it's been a struggle. 34-26 here, 3:15 remaining, first half. McGee, backdoor cut, looking for Walker. Fumble the basketball, kicks it outside. Ewald, she'll fire from three. That's over the top of everything. And then out of play, and Lesha tried to save it in, except the problem was, as she tried to save it in and off of a Bethany Lutheran player, she was stepping on the end line. So it will stay now with the Vikings. Schaefer comes back in. So does Carlson and Kylie Hewitt. Inbound come right side. Kaylee Hunter now out on top. Ewald down low. Arndt. Now they kick it into the corner. Wegner back inside for Arndt. Goes up over the top of Hewitt. That shot off the glass, no good. Rebound grab by Hope Carlson. Carlson for the Yellow Jackets into the front court. Goes left side on the pass. Now it's Kenzie Lesha. She'll try to make a back-to-back threes. That's way off. Rebound grabbed off the miss out there by Ewald. Ewald now taking Olsen down toward the baseline. Now Arndt to the outside. That one fumbled away, and it's a turnover. Stolen away by Mackenzie Lesha. Lesha out on top. Hope Carlson. Bounce pass. Here's Hewitt. Going right at Arndt. Goes up with the left-handed shot off the glass and gets it to go down for two. And the lead down to 6. This is as close as the Jackets have been since the first 2 minutes of the ballgame. 2 minutes, 10 seconds separating us from halftime as the pass comes left side. Here's Wegner. Arndt now beyond the arc on the left side. She'll hand it off now for Hunter. Now Wegner again. Off the cut, it's Hulke. Spinning now down low. Here's Hunter going up and off the glass for two more. And a 30-second timeout now going to be called by Bethany Lutheran. Both teams able to get to the rim pretty consistently in this half. Both teams are going to have to make some adjustments defensively, you would think, at the break here. UWS now 12 out of 23 from the field. Vikings 12 out of 26, but they've outscored the Jackets by 9 from beyond the arc in an 8-point game. There's your difference here so far. They're also 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Jackets have taken just one free throw in this game here thus far. Bethany Lutheran also out-rebounding the Jackets 12-9, including 5-3 on the offensive glass. Jackets also with 9 turnovers here so far. The Vikings have 8, so that's a wash, but several areas the Jackets need to clean up at halftime here if they're going to get back into it. Lesha triggering it in now as Olsen out of the timeout. Another front court on the right-hand dribble. Crossing over now going toward McGee on the baseline. Flips a pass in the corner for Claude. Colleen Claude now, her pass out on top. Lesha, now it's Schaefer. Megan Schaefer now. Going right side, goes up off the glass as Bowers come back in. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebound grabbed out of there by the Vikings. Now it's Wegner in transition. 1:20 and counting remaining in the half. Now backdoor cut going up and laying that one uncontested is going to be Morgan Hulke. 38-28. Back to a double-digit lead here for the Vikings. Olsen going right side now, picking up her dribble. Schaefer out on top. Pass comes right side. Now Olsen putting on the deck. Gets around McGee. Gets her shot blocked, though, by McGee, who came back defensively. Loose ball picked up by Bauer as we're under a minute remaining, first half. Ewald inside McGee. Kicks it to the corner. Three-point shot. That one's up, and that one is good. Morgan Hulke with the triple. 41-28 now. Largest lead of the half here for the Vikings. About a 7-second difference between shot and game clock to Schaefer into the front court. Claude out on top. Olsen now. Going to spin through. 8 seconds to shoot. Kicks it to the corner now. Claude. 5 seconds to shoot. Baseline jump shot from Claus over the top of everything. Rebound grabbed out there by Hulke, and now the Vikings can play for one with 5 seconds remaining. Knocked away by Schaefer, though. And now Lesha gives it a heave as the clock expires. The buzzer sounds. The red lights are on behind the backboard, and the Yellow Jackets have got a lot to work on at the half of this one. Bethany Lutheran clearly the better team in the first half. As we head into the intermission, your score at the break, Vikings 41, Jackets 28. We'll take a quick break and come back with our halftime programming right after this. This is UWS Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at the Mertz as we jump into our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Yellow Jackets and Bethany Lutheran here halfway home in this one, and to say that first half didn't go well would be a bit of an understatement. Yellow Jackets came out extremely flat as we jump into our first half summary and just really fought it the entire half. Not so much on the offensive end. I don't think that the offensive end was as much of a problem as the defensive end. The Jackets really struggling right now to keep both Bethany Lutheran off the glass and also to just get plain old stops. Vikings shot the ball very well in that half. The Yellow Jackets also shot the ball well, but turnovers, offensive rebounds, three-point makes by the Vikings, and also a big advantage at the free throw line so far has Bethany Lutheran up by the score of 41-28 as we jump into these numbers. Bethany Lutheran able to consistently get into the painted area. A lot of points right at the rim. And that's going to be an area the Yellow Jackets are going to need to work on. That help side defense just was not there in that opening 20 minutes. That first quarter, by the way, after that 12-0 run to start the game, the Vikings ended up taking a 19-11 lead after one, and then the second quarter, Vikings made 8 out of 17 from the field. They outscored the Jackets who went 8 out of 15 from the field as well. 22-17, but the Vikings also made a couple of three-point shots in there and also got to the free throw line in that first half. The Jackets have just one free throw up there. It's from Maddie Riot, and that's the reason for a 13-point lead, a Baker's dozen lead here for the Vikings at the half. Overall numbers in that first half, Jackets were 13 out of 28, good for 46.4%. Vikings, meanwhile, 15 out of 29 for 51.7%. UWS 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. The Vikings 5 for 9. There's that three-point shooting we were talking about. Vikings also 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Jackets had just the one free throw by Riyad, as I mentioned a moment ago. They're also getting beat on the glass, so the Jackets 14-10, 5-4 in offensive rebounds in that opening half. Turnovers are a wash right now, although both teams probably not too happy with that number. Both teams with 9 in that first half. Vikings have 11 assists, so do the Yellow Jackets. So in terms of the floor game, pretty even. But again, there's some key areas where the Jackets are just going to need to pick things up. Individually, the Yellow Jackets led in that half by Maddie Riot. She had 7 points, but 2 fouls as well. 3 for 4 shooting for Riot in that half. She also made a free throw in there. Jackets also getting 6 points from Charlotte Firstel. 4 points from Kylie Hewitt. 3 points each from Mackenzie Lesha. 4 points from Megan Schaefer. 2 points from Hope Carlson. And 2 points from Elsa Olsen in that half. Bethany Lutheran, meanwhile, being led by Morgan Wegner. She leads everybody with 10 points in the ballgame. 8 points so far for Kennedy Arndt. 8 points also for Megan Hulke, and 7 points for Aaron McGee in that half. 4 points so far in the game for Kaylee Hunter. 2 points for Juliana Ewald, and 2 points so far for Sheridan Kennedy off the bench for the Vikings. In terms of foul trouble in that half, Yellow Jackets have 2 players with 2 fouls each, and Maddie Riot and Hope Carlson. Bethany Lutheran, meanwhile, in that half has just 1 player with 2 fouls, that being Sheridan Kennedy. She has 2 fouls at the break. So those are your numbers halfway home on this one. Your score at the break, again, Vikings 41, Yellow Jackets 28. We'll take another break here and come back with more of our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, including a look at what else is going on with the Yellow Jacket Athletics. That's coming up in a couple minutes. This is UWS Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz, about 6.5 minutes away from the start of the third quarter of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and Bethany Lutheran. And as usual, we'll give you our Yellow Jacket sports summary and a look at what else is going on with Yellow Jacket athletics. 2 games were played last night. We have 3 games, actually 4 games going on today with Yellow Jacket teams. So plenty to get to here, so stick with us here. Men's basketball, we play game 2 of our triple header here on 91.3 FM against Bethany Lutheran's men. They'll be entering that contest sitting at 4-10 now overall, 0-1 in the UMAC. They dropped their UMAC season opener to North Central by the score of 78-72 on Wednesday night down at Clark Danielson Gym in downtown Minneapolis. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets knocked down 46% of their shots as a team, but the Rams connected on 56.4% of their tries to hold off UWS in that one. Individually, the Jackets were led by Landon Tomer, who's become something of a double-double machine now for UWS in his sophomore year. 15 points and 14 rebounds on 6 of 10 shooting. Rocco Paulson, meanwhile, had 14 points on 7 of 8 shooting, while Caden Lecce had 13 points on 5 of 9 shooting in that loss to the Rams. They'll try to rebound today against Bethany Lutheran, as I mentioned, in Game 2 of our triple header here on 91.3 FM. 4:45, the tentative start time there against the Vikings. Yours truly on with the pregame about 4:30 or about 10 minutes, whatever that is, ahead of the opening tip. That'll be a joint broadcast as well, both here on 91.3 FM KUWS locally and also on Yellow Jacket TV. Women's hockey now 1-13-1 overall, 1-2 in the WIAC. They've had some tough luck lately, to say the least, and their tough luck continued yesterday as they lost their 3rd straight, losing game 1 of a home-and-home weekend against Bethel, falling to the Royals 3-1 after giving up 3 third-period goals down the street at Westman Arena. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets' lone goal came from Maya Anderson at 15-19 of the 3rd period, off an assist from Ashton Parnell. For the game last night, Bethel holding a 33-26 edge in shots. Aaliyah Gricius went all the way in goal for the Yellow Jackets, making 30 saves to take the loss. They're playing Bethel as we speak down in the Twin Cities in Game 2, 3 p.m. I'd like to think that the Yellow Jacket women could get a win here somewhere down the road, but it's been a rough go for Coach Bree Simon and company. Hopefully they can sneak one out against the Royals today. And 3 p.m. the opening face-off down the cities against the Royals in Game 2 of that home-and-home. They'll next be at home on Friday, January 16th, so this coming Friday, taking on UW River Falls, the 2-time defending national champions, down at Westman Arena. 7 p.m. the opening face-off, 6:45 the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. John Garver will be along with the lead vocals on that one. Men's hockey now sitting at 9-5-1 overall, 4-3 in the WIAC. They won their 4th straight game last night, posting a 3-1 road win over Concordia Moorhead at the Moorhead Sports Center down in Moorhead, Minnesota. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got goals from Tyler Ryder, Blake Sutter, and Carson Riddle while holding a 30-24 edge in shots. Jack Boschert went all the way in goal for the Jackets, making 23 saves to get the win. They're next in action in Game 3 of our triple header, taking on St. John's in non-conference action down at the National Hockey Center at St. Cloud, Minnesota. 7 p.m. the opening face-off, 6:30 the pregame. That'll be a 91.3 FM KUWS broadcast only. They'll next be at home, however, this coming Wednesday, the 14th, taking on Marion. That'll be our next home game for the Jackets and our next joint broadcast, taking on the Sabres for the 2nd time this season after shutting out Marion in the season opener way back when. They'll be taking on the Sabres at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. 6:30 will be the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast with John Garver as well on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. And last but not least, men's and women's indoor track and field are off this weekend, but they will kick off the second half of their indoor season next weekend when both teams host the Twin Ports Open across the hall at Lydia Thiering Fieldhouse. That'll be on Saturday, January 17th. For full information on that meet, you can always go to uwsyellowjackets.com. So that's your Yellow Jacket sports summary as we tick down toward the start of the 3rd quarter of this one between the Yellow Jackets and Bethany Lutheran. And with that being the case, we'll take one more quick break and then come back with the start of that 3rd quarter between the Jackets and Bethany Lutheran. That's coming up in about 2 minutes. This is UWS Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Both teams back out on the court here to start this third quarter. Before we get this third quarter underway, we'll remind you that the Yellow Jackets will be next in action, by the way, a week from today, taking on Martin Luther in Game 1 of a Yellow Jacket basketball doubleheader. That'll be a 3 p.m. opening tip against the Knights. 2:45 the pregame with yours truly. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. As right off the bat, Yellow Jackets getting a shot inside from Megan Schaefer. Left it short. Offensive rebound for Charlotte Purcell, and she lays it in. Purcell now has 8 points, so a nice game for her so far, and it's 41-30. The Vikings up by 11 as they come into the front court. First time here in the second half. Juliana Ewald going left side with the pass. Now it's Kennedy Arndt. Megan Wagner now, who had a very good first half for the Vikings as well. Now on the right side wing, looking down low, puts it on the deck. Got around Lesha, goes up with the reverse. That's no good. Offensive rebound grab by McGee. Now out on top, here's Morgan Hulke. Hulke going all the way to the rim, flips up a shot that's off the glass, no good. Rebound grabbed out of there by UWS's Elsa Olsen. And the Jackets now in transition back to their direction. Pass right side now for Riot, playing on the 2 fouls. Lobs it down low for Purcell. Steps to the basket and goes up and lays it in with the right hand for 2. Big smile on her face as Riot gets the assist. And it's 41-32, so the first 4 points of the third go to the Yellow Jackets. Ewald going right to the rim, flips up a shot. That's off the glass, no good. McGee tumbles over the top of her teammate. Ball gets knocked away, and it'll go out of play. Off of Megan Wagner, who came over. As Hope Carlson returns, she'll take out Lesha. Hope Carlson now will inbound. Carlson for Olsen in the front court. Riot now right side. And the ball poked away momentarily. Picks it back up. Now Firstel. Handing it off now. Also Olsen bounce pass out on top. Now Riot on the wing. Maddie Riot for UWS. Skip pass now. Schaefer going to the rim. Flips up a shot. Gets it to go down for 2 and will draw the foul. Got inside possession. Went around Morgan Hulke. Then laid it up softly off the glass for 2, and Hulke gets whistled for the foul. Schaefer hitting the deck hard, gets back up. She now has 6 points, and it's the first 6 points of the frame to the Jackets here. For Hulke, that'll be her second, as Kaylee Hunter comes back in now for Bethany Lutheran. And the free throw from Schaefer is up and good. 41 now. 35. This is as close as the Jackets have been since that 12-0 start for the Vikings in quarter number 1. Ewald in the front court now goes right side off the pass. Here's Hunter. Wagner on the left side. Now they kick it. Right wing. Hunter. Arndt. Back for Hunter. 8 seconds to shoot now for Bethany. Steps back. Fires from 3. That's off the back rim. No good. Rebound grabbed by Megan Schaefer, and the Jackets back to the direction. Schaefer now for UWS. Hope Carlson getting a step, goes all the way to the rim, flips up a shot, no good, but will draw the foul, and it's going to be on Erin McGee. And it'll be her first. So the Jackets with a lot more life here to start the third quarter. Evelyn Parsons, whatever she said so far at the break, certainly much better than the Yellow Jackets had in the first half. As Carlson at the line. First free throw is up and no good. Off the front rim, short. One more coming for the Proctor, Minnesota native. Two team fouls now on the Vikings after that call, and the second free throw for Carlson is good. Well, Carlson now has 3. The Jackets have scored the first 8 of the quarter, and now are down by 5. Ewald going left side on the pass. Kaylee Hunter back for McGee, looking down low now for Arndt. Picks up her her dribble, now out on top. 3-point shot. That one is taken by Ewald. Misses off the back rim. Rebound retrieved by UWS's Hope Carlson. The Jackets in the front court. Left side now Olsen. She pulls up from 20 feet. That one's short, no good. And off the rebound, it'll go out of play to the Vikings. Latvala and Hewitt going to come back in. Olsen will check out, as will Firstel. And Megan Wagner now will trigger it in here for Bethany Lutheran. Pass comes in now for Ewald in the front court. Pass comes left side now. And that's Kaylee Hunter. In the corner for Arndt. Back out on top for Hunter. Now Arndt looking down low for McGee. Instead, she snaps a pass right side for Ewald. And 10 seconds to shoot. Juliana Ewald now going left side. And she'll be tripped up now by Kira Latvala with 6 seconds on the shot clock. First team foul against the Jackets here in the third quarter. 6:47 remaining. And we'll have a trigger in now as Ewald flips it on top. Wegner will fire away from three, and she'll knock it down. She's been really good today. Big smile on her face. She should. 13 points now for Megan Wegner. She's been shooting the ball really well here today. Look at the numbers in this one. Talked about how she had a really good first half. Jackets sometimes get lost on the passing on the outside. They've given up a few three-point looks in this one. Bethany Lutheran, a team, by the way, that shoots the free ball at about 29%, but they've been a lot better than that so far here today. You never know it by the way they've been shooting them today. Like I said, over 50% in the first half. Now 6 out of 12 as we come out of the timeout. The lead back up to 8. Schaefer for the Jackets in the front court. Now here's Riot. Pass going left side. Here's Carlson back for Riot. Her snap pass finds Megan Schaefer, and Schaefer now will pull up. 18-foot jump shot is true on the right side. Megan Schaefer now has 9 points, and it's 44-38. Ewald now will try to answer with a jump shot. That one halfway down, popped out. Offensive rebound grab by McGee, and a foul going to be called on Hewitt. That's her first personal. And the Vikings will have 20 seconds of which to work. Ewald will take the inbounds now, left baseline. In for Kennedy Arndt. Arndt going right at Carlson. Picking up her dribble, kicks it out. Now Wegner out on top, being guarded by Riot. 10 seconds to shoot. Wegner now coming off the screen, steps behind it. Now fires from three again, and that one halfway down, popped out. Offensive rebound grab by Ewald. The Jackets failing to block out, and it cost them a personal foul. Got inside of Schaefer. For Schaefer, they'll be her first. Third team foul on the Jackets as Sheridan Kennedy comes back in. She'll take out McGee. Lesha back in. And now Ewald will go to the free throw line. Vikings have definitely been winning the battle down low, as Ewald's first free throw is good. Second free throw on the way now from Ewald, and that one is also good. Lead back up to 8 again. Lauren Bauer comes back in now for the Vikings. She takes out Ewald. Lesha now brings UWS into the front court. Pass comes right side. Now Maddie Riot. Riot for the Yellow Jackets. Lesha in the corner. Riot coming off the screen. Trying to turn. Has nowhere to go with the basketball. Now flips it back out on top for Kira Latvala. 8 seconds to shoot. Latvala. Basketball knocked into the air. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Lesha just fires it as the shot clock expires, and it's an air ball, so it'll be a violation. Jackets got caught passing the ball around the perimeter and not really looking inside as Riot will check out. Olsen comes back in. And Kennedy now triggering it in here. Here's Bauer. Kennedy left side now against Kylie Hewitt, top of the key. Dribbles across. Now we'll hand it off for Kennedy Arndt. Arndt now against Hewitt. On the right side is Kaylee Hunter. Hunter now going down low. Now here's the cut by Bauer. She'll go up and lay that one in for two, and it's back up to a double-digit lead. Olsen for the Yellow Jackets now going right side. Skip pass from Lesha. Three-point shot by Latvala. No good. And the rebound is going to be cleared now by Kaylee Hunter. Outlet now for Wegner. Here's Kennedy. Going right around Kylie Hewitt. Goes to the rim and lays it in for two. And it's back up now to a 12-point lead. And the Jackets are going to have to call timeout. 6-0 run now for the field. Good for 46.2%. 6 out of 13 from beyond the arc and 8 for 10 from the stripe. Jackets 17 out of 35. Not bad numbers overall, but just 1 for 7 from beyond the arc. 3 for 4 from the stripe. And getting beaten on the glass of the Yellow Jackets. And not getting as many stops as they need, obviously. Come within 5 at one point, but now it's back up to a 12-point lead here for Bethany Lutheran with 4:24 remaining, third quarter. Schaefer going down low now. Face-up move now by Firstel. That's no good off the glass. Rebound grab by Kennedy. Bauer now on the outside. Kennedy. Now left side, it's Kaylee Hunter. Hunter, 10 seconds to shoot. Coming off the screen. Going right to the rim. Flips up a shot off the glass. No good. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Hunter. A couple of Yellow Jackets hitting the deck as she made her move. Olsen and Riot both went down. Olsen draws the offensive foul. Lesha now triggering in and into the front court now on the right-hand dribble. Also Olsen now going down on the baseline. Comes on down low, with the pass. Tipped out for Schaefer, top of the key. Now Lesha. Olsen now. She'll pop from 17 feet. That's an air ball. And unable to save it in here for UWS as Schaefer. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining as the basketball goes back over to the Vikings. Bethany Lutheran has led all the way. Scored the first 12, and that's the lead right now, 50-38. Kaylee Hunter. Now McGee spinning inside, kicks it outside, opposite wing. Three-point shot from Wegner, up off the backboard, off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound grabbed, or rebound was grabbed by Kennedy, then she double dribbled the basketball. She tried to go up and lay it in. Jackets getting a break there as Lesha now checks out of the ball game. Riad comes back in. Colleen Claude back in for UWS as is Firstel. Riad now left side. Here's Schaefer looking down low. Claude. Carlson. Now Riad. Double teamed on the baseline. Her pass goes right in the arms of Megan Wagner. Didn't even have to move. Right to her. Turnover Jackets. Now Ewald in the front court. McGee. Against Firstel. Takes her right side. Goes up. Misses it off the glass. No good, but will draw the foul on UWS's Charlotte Firstel, and it'll be free throws now for Aaron McGee. 2:39 remaining here, third quarter. By the way, Yellow Jacket fans, get the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear by visiting the Yellow Jacket apparel and merchandise store. Browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, shorts, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jacket apparel and merchandise store can be found at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. McGee's first free throw is good. Matches the largest lead of the game now for the Vikings at 13. 51-38 your score. One more coming. That one also good. 52-38. 14-point bulge now for Bethany Lutheran as the Jackets into the front court. Riat now right side against McGee. Picks up her dribble. Kicks it outside wide open to Schaefer. She'll fire from three. Off the front rim. No good. Rebound grabbed defensively by Aaron McGee. And now it's Ewald in the front court. Pass comes left side. Hulke, who's back in there. Out on top, Kennedy Arndt. Puts the ball on the deck. Kicks it now for Wagner on the left side wing. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Third quarter, Ewald. 10 seconds now to shoot for the Vikings against Riat. Spins around. Goes right to the rim. Flips up a shot off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound grab by McGee. Against three Yellow Jackets. She lost the handle on the basketball, and now Schaefer in transition. Schaefer now crossing over. Loses her footing, and it'll go out of play, but I think they're going to call a foul on Ewald as Megan Schaefer made her move through the middle of the paint. And it will be on Juliana Ewald. Her first, the team's fourth. And now Riot will inbound left baseline. Lobs it in for Schaefer, left side. Down low now, Furstel against McGee. Trying to spin on the right hand. Goes up with the half hook with the right hand and gets it to go down for two. Got deep position against McGee inside. Turned and flipped it up for two. Furstel now has 12 to lead the Yellow Jackets, and that's the lead for the Vikings, 52-40. Arndt in the front court now. Here's Ewald. Holke now inside Arndt. Double team comes on her. Ball pops up in the air. Grabbed by Holke. And now a foul going to be called on Schaefer, who got caught down low, giving up about 6 inches to Kennedy Arndt. That's her second. 15 foul, so 2 free throws now for Arndt as Olsen and Kennedy both come back in. Hewitt also going to check in for Furstel. Arndt's first free throw spins out, no good. One more coming. 1:16 remaining, third quarter. Second free throw short, no good. Rebound grab by Hewitt, and now a foul going to be called on Kennedy, and they got all tangled up down there. Cooler heads prevail, however, and that'll be the 5th team foul against the Vikings. So now that sends us into our Superior Water, Light, and Power bonus for the Yellow Jackets. Crane Reliable Superior. First time the Jackets have gotten the bonus today. And now Hewitt to the free throw line to shoot 2. That's the third, by the way, on Sheridan Kennedy. And the first free throw from Hewitt, no good. One more coming now for Kylie Hewitt. Second free throw, also no good. Rebound now for the Vikings, and they're into the front court. Kennedy Arndt in the corner now. Wegner gets around Elsa Olsen, goes up off the glass and scores it for 2. She has 15, the lead is 14. Under a minute remaining, third quarter. Olsen on the right side. Olsen looking down low now for Hewitt. Gives it to her. Hewitt now against Arndt. Turns, gets a shot, and goes up with the left hand and scores it off the glass for 2. 54-42. Half minute remaining. Third quarter. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. So the Vikings can virtually take this all the way down. Out on top now it's Morgan Holke. Now on the right side, Holke. Wegner getting around Riot, trying to go with the shot, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Wegner. That'll be her first. And now Lesh is going to come in. She'll take out Hewitt. Carlson triggering it in now. 2 seconds, 1 second. Olsen will just give it a ride from about 80 feet. It comes up short and wide to the left, and that is how the third quarter will end as the buzzer sounds. Jackets got out to a quick start in that quarter, but the Vikings came back after that. Jackets came within 5 at one point at 41-36, but then a 13-6 run by the Vikings to close the quarter ends up with a 54-42 lead here for the Vikings going into the fourth quarter. In that frame, by the way, the Vikings 4 for 13 from the field. UWS 6 for 12. UWS with 12 turnovers now in the game. Furstel for UWS, 12 points, 6 for 8 shooting for Charlotte Furstel. 9 points for Megan Schaefer. 7 points for Maddie Riot and 6 points for Kylie Hewitt so far here on the evening. Bethany Lutheran, meanwhile, being led by Megan Wegner, who has been the best player on the floor regardless of team. 15 points for Wegner, 5 for 11 from the field, 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. 9 points from Erin McGee, 8 points each from Kennedy Arndt and Morgan Holke. So a good balance for the Vikings across the board as we begin this fourth quarter. Jackets are going to have to make a furious rally here and see if they can make some stops when they need to. Couldn't get the stops they needed in the third quarter when they cut it to 5. The Vikings were able to extend the lead to 12 here as we begin this fourth quarter. Holke inbounding now for Ewald, and the pass comes left side. Holke, now McGee. Kicking it in the corner. Ewald back for McGee, going right at Firstel. Goes up with a shot out the glass, no good. Rebound being fought for underneath and grabbed by Riot. Riot now for UWS, going left side off the pass. Also Olsen. Riot, she'll tee up a three-point shot. That one is short, no good. Rebound grabbed by Arndt. Ewald now in the front court. Crossing over, going on the baseline. Kicks it to the corner. Holke kicked it away, and now it'll be a jump ball, and it'll go back over to UWS. These two teams, by the way, will meet again. The second time during the regular season down at the North Gym in Mankato on February 15th. Vikings will actually host Crown College on Wednesday this week. The Yellow Jackets won't play again until a week from today against Martin Luther. Now Riot getting a step on the baseline. Flips up a shot and gets it to go down for 2. 9 points for Riot. 54-44. Ewald out on top now. McGee sets the screen. Now McGee looking down low. Holke going down low. Arndt. McGee out on top. Now they'll swing it left side. Here's Ewald. 10 seconds to shoot. 8:43 remaining in regulation as Ewald goes right side. Now with the runner in the lane. Gets it to go off the rim. No good. I thought I was going to drop there for a moment. And it falls off. No good. Rebound for Lesha. And now Schaefer. Left side, Riot going right at McGee. Had to flip up a shot. Had it blocked away by McGee, but she's going to be whistled for the foul. Kaylee Hunter back in for the Vikings, as is Lauren Bauer. And Riot goes to the line to shoot 2. See Maddie Riot get off a little bit. Scored 15 against North Central on Wednesday. First free throw from Riot is up and good. She's got 10 now in this game, so back-to-back double-digit scoring games for Maddie Riot. She's got another one coming here. Second free throw is up and good. 11 points now for Riot. The Yellow Jackets within 8. 8:24 left here. Jackets have never been closer than 5 points since the first quarter. Pass coming right side now. Here's Kennedy Arndt. Kaylee Hunter. Now Bauer. McGee, top of the key. Swings it right side. Now Arndt again. Bauer back inside for Arndt. She gets tied up by Firstel coming over on the help side D. This time it will stay with the Vikings. They'll have 7 seconds to shoot. Inbound now coming left side for Morgan Holke. Turn pass from McGee. Now she'll fire from 3. Spins out, no good. Rebound grab by the Yellow Jackets. Also Olsen, who is running back to their direction. Olsen. Riot. Beats the line. Jump shot is up for Maddie Riot. Back rim and out. No good. Rebound grab by Firstel. Spins over McGee. Misses the bunny with the left hand. McGee this time collects the rebound, and then the outlet pass for Holke into the front court. Turning now Bauer. Arndt now into the paint. Flips it over. Short jump shot there from McGee is short. Front rim and out. Rebound grab by Firstel. Now it's Olsen in transition. Now the Jackets will set the offense here. Olsen, elbow jump shot. That one's up. That's no good. Had a good look. Just didn't get it to go down. The rebound tracked down now by Bauer. Bauer now swinging a pass for Holke left side. McGee going right at Firstel, and she's going to travel, I think, on that one. Or are they going to call a foul on Firstel? So they're going to call Charlotte Firstel on the bump. That's the third on Firstel as Schaefer comes back in. She'll take out Olsen for the Yellow Jackets. Inbound now, right baseline will be taken by Lauren Bauer here for Bethany Lutheran. Flips it in out on top. Here's Morgan Wegner. Now Hulke on the left side, and a foul going to be called on Riot. And she made her move down toward the baseline. Second team foul on the Jackets here in the fourth quarter. As Hulke off the inbound. Spinning her way to the rim and going up for the shot, leaving it short is going to be Arndt, but another foul, and this one's going to be on Firstel. That'll be her fourth. And she looks like she's frustrated as she walks over toward the bench. Kylie Hewitt comes in to replace her, and it'll be 2 free throws for Arndt. Missed her last 2 free throws at Kennedy Arndt. But she makes that one, and it's 55-46. One more coming, 6:47 remaining, fourth quarter. Second one is up and good as well. Arndt's in the double figures now with 10. It's a 56-46 lead for Bethany Lutheran. Riot now on the right side, going right at Morgan Hulke. Stops, pops, and knocks down a jumper, 10 feet, right side baseline. Nice move again by Maddie Riot. She's got 13. Jackets within 8. Kaylee Hunter now in the front court. Bauer. Hope Carlson now. Out on top now it's Kaylee Hunter. Hunter, win it right side. Arndt will fire from 3. That's an air ball. Saved in on the baseline, right to Mackenzie Lesha, and Lesha now for the Jackets. Hope Carlson, she'll tee up a 3-point shot. That one's off the front rim, no good. And unable to save it is going to be Maddie Riot. Once we go final, we'll jump right into our postgame, by the way, sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Superior Refinery. And also set the stage for game number 2, the Yellow Jacket men and the Bethany Lutheran men, coming up about a half hour after we go final. In game number 1, so stick around for that. That'll also be on 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV with yours truly. And now we're going to have a whistle and a foul against the Jackets. Newald in the front court. Foul going to be called on Schaefer. That'll be her third. Fourth team foul on the Jackets already. Amelia Walker back in. First time we've seen her in a while here for Bethany Lutheran. And she flips the pass now for Hunter into the lane. Turns around, gets a shot away. That's short. Rebound grabbed by Kylie Hewitt, and now it's Elsa Olsen in the front court. Lesha. She'll fire a 3. That's an air ball wide to the left. Jackets pressing a little bit here on offense. The last couple of possessions, you get the feeling. As Lesha checks out, Riot comes back in. Ewald inbounding for Bauer. Light full court pressure for UWS, but the Vikings in the front court. Now Ewald handles the basketball, and it's a turnover. Carlson coming down the lane, flipping up a shot. Now she's going to be called for an offensive foul. Wegner's going to come back in now off the turnover for the Jackets. That's 3 fouls, by the way, on Hope Carlson now. Ewald with the pass in now. Kaylee Hunter. Now McGee back in. Vikings breaking the trap. Pass comes on the left side baseline. McGee into the corner. Wegner wide open. Fires from 3. That one pops out. No good. Offensive rebound grab by Walker. Went right over the top of Schaefer to get it. And the Vikings now, with 4:20 remaining, fourth quarter, will play it inside on the pass. Intended for McGee, stolen away by Elsa Olsen. Olsen. Now Riot. Carlson. Riot now left side. Steps in the lane. Flips up a jump shot and gets it to go down for 2. Riot with 15. Back-to-back 15-point games now for Maddie Riot, and it's 56-50. Now Walker in the front court. Ewald out on top. Goes on the lane. Kicks it near side for Hunter. Now Wegner. Decides to pass up the three this time. Now Walker will give it a try. That's an air ball over the top. And they'll save it in. Off of Kylie Hewitt on the baseline. Wow. Usually that play doesn't work, but right off of Hewitt's foot. And the Jackets will use this opportunity to take a timeout here. By the way, fans, have you downloaded Swarm Central? The official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets. If you haven't, get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. 3:36 remaining here, fourth quarter. And things have gotten a little bit ragged here in this fourth quarter. The Vikings 0 for 7 now from the field in the quarter. The Yellow Jackets so far 2 for 10, so 2 for 17 between the two teams here in quarter number 4. Jackets now at 42% shooting. Vikings +2 in rebounding. But the biggest difference in this game been the free throw line and also the three-point arc. Vikings now cooled off considerably from out there, getting back more closely to their season average of 29.9. They're now 6 for 17, which brings them down to 35.3. But the Jackets so far 1 for 12 from out there. UWS also 5 for 8 from the stripe. The Vikings, meanwhile, 12 for 16. And that's your difference in a 6-point game. Now out of the timeout, three-point shot is up, and it's good. And they're going to call a foul on Megan Schaefer, and it could be a 4-point play here, I think. Yep, Schaefer went over. And she clipped the three-point shooter in the corner, who I believe was Kaylee Hunter. Or are they... What's the call here now? They put the three-pointer up on the board to make it 59-50. That one came as a shot clock expired, by the way, as well. And now the officials are huddling near center court here to try to figure out how this is going to go. And I guess they are not going to give a foul on this. Not sure why they blew that dead then. Well, I thought they were going to call a foul on Schaefer. I'm not sure, like I said, why that far official decided he needed to blow his whistle. Unless he thought the shot clock had expired. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets now with Riot getting it down low. Right side block. Fades away from Aaron McGee's defense and lays it in for 2 more. Soft touch. 17 now for Riot. She's been really good today for the Jackets. Probably their best all-around player in the ballgame. 59-52 as we go under 3 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter. McGee. Right side now Ewald. Now on the wing, it's Morgan Wegner. McGee now coming down low against the more shorter. I thought it was Schaefer, but it was actually Hope Carlson. McGee getting it left side block, going right at Carlson. Carlson still giving up about 3 inches on that matchup, and McGee took advantage of it, lays it in, draws the foul. That's the 4th on Hope Carlson. Olsen's going to check out. Lesha comes back in, 61-52. And McGee at the stripe, looking for the old-fashioned three-point play. Misses the free throw. Rebound grab by Carlson. 2:45 remaining. Fourth quarter. Jackets are going to have to kick up the pace here a little bit, down by 9. Riot now for the Yellow Jackets, out on top. Crossing over against McGee. Free throw line. Jump shot is good again. Maddie Riot having a really good ball game. Probably her best ball game as a Yellow Jacket to date. 19 points now for Riot. 61-54. Now in the front court, Hulke, and we're going to have a foul called on Hewitt. Jackets picking up full court. 2:22 now left. Arndt's going to come back in. She'll take out McGee. Elsa Olsen will check in. She's going to take out Kylie Hewitt. For Hewitt, that'll be her second. Free throw from Morgan Hulke is up and good. 62-54. Second free throw is also good. 63 now 54. Lead back up to 9 again. Carlson now in the front court. Right side now Riot. Riot now going right at Arndt. Trying to spin, and they're going to call a pushing foul now on Arndt. Whistles are starting to pile up now, too, as well. Up to 31 fouls in the ballgame so far called. Out the inbounds now, going to the rim. Flipping up a shot is Elsa Olsen. Rolled out, no good. Point blank range, and the rebound now grabbed by the Vikings. And they're into the front court. 1:45 now left in this one. Arndt on the outside. We'll hand it off. Here's Wegner against Hope Carlson with 10 seconds to shoot. Ball's knocked away. Stolen away by Carlson. Now she comes in 2-on-1. Loosened the handle on the basketball, knocked out of play. She had Schaefer with her, but Schaefer then blew a tire and ended up tumbling down, so Carlson had no choice but to go to the rim and then had it stripped away by Kaylee Hunter. Thankfully, it will stay with the Yellow Jackets, but sorry the kind of day it's been here for UWS. Riot will inbound now left baseline, flips it in for Carlson. Putting on the deck against Arndt. Goes to the rim, flips it up off the glass for 2. And the Yellow Jackets look like they're going to use their last time out here. With 1:22 left, 63-56 your score. Jackets, if they're unable to come back, will fall to 4-11 on the season. They will go to 1-1 in the UMAC. 30-second timeout, by the way. Like I said, the Jackets now are out of timeouts. The Vikings still have 3 they can use. I think that the Yellow Jackets will have to pick up full court here. It's a 3-possession game as it stands at the moment. And again, our post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Spear Refinery, coming up right after we go final here in game number 1. Wagner now will inbound out of the timeout. Jackets are picking up full court, player to player. Pass comes in for Arndt. Kennedy Arndt now, her pass to the middle. And we're going to have a foul called on Riot as she tried to pick it clear of Kaylee Hunter, who got tripped up right at midcourt. That'll be her 4th. Latvala and Hewitt coming back into the game, as is Colleen Claude. First free throw now from Hunter is up and no good. Spins out. Second free throw. Back rim and out. No good. Rebound grab now by Lesha. Lesha back to their direction. Picking up her dribble. Now for Elsa Olsen. About to go under a minute left here, 4th quarter. Latvala fires from 3. Back rim and out. Offensive rebound for Claude. Now Lesha, skip past Olsen. Putting on the deck. Olsen going inside now. Here's Hewitt. Now for Olsen. Cutting in. Misses the bunny with the right hand. Rebound bounding around. Now grabbed by Wegner. And we're going to have either a foul or a jump ball call. They're going to call a foul, I think, here on UWS's Kylie Hewitt. 44.6 seconds now left. It'll be 2 more free throws here coming up as Carlson, Schaefer, and Riot come back in. Latvala, Claude, and Hewitt check out. And Wegner goes to the free throw line here. 2 for 2 from the stripe so far. The Vikings as a team, 14 out of 21. The Jackets, 5 for 8. And the first one is no good. 63-56. One more coming now. Brim Wegner. Second one is good. 8-point lead here. 44.6. And Riot coming in the front court. 16 points now for Wegner. Lesha will fire from 3, and she'll knock it down. 64-59 as the pass comes in now for Hunter, and she'll be fouled immediately by Schaefer. That'll be her fourth. Jackets now have committed with that call. 21 fouls in the ball game. Free throw from Hunter is up and good. Carlson and Schaefer getting a word with Evelyn Parsons near the Yellow Jacket bench. Now they're back to the free throw line here, 65-59. Second free throw from Hunter is also good. 66-59 now as the pass comes in for Mackenzie Lesha. Now Riot. Riot thought about taking the 3, now picks up her dribble. Jackets spending a lot of time here trying to get this pass away. And it's going to be a 5-second call on UWS as Riot held it out on top, and that'll just about do it here. 18.9 seconds left. It's been that kind of game for the Jackets. Started out incredibly slowly, never really got them feet under them. Came within 5 a couple times, but that's about it. Pass comes in now for the Vikings. Right away, a foul given now by Latvala. 17.4 seconds left. Giuliani Ewald will step to the free throw line for the Vikings. Three-possession game right now. Ewald's first free throw at the back rim, no good. One more coming. Second free throw, no good at the back rim. Offense rebound grab by Arndt. And that pretty much sums up the ball game. And now a foul going to be given by Lesha. We'll send Wegner to the free throw line, and that should just about do it here, like I said. Three-possession ball game, 12.2 seconds left, and Wegner can pretty much salt this away at the free throw line now for the Vikings. Disappointing effort from the Jackets today in a lot of ways. As Wegner knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. 68-59 now, 12.2 left. Lesha will let it roll all the way to midcourt. Now she'll fire a three-point shot. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound grab by Carlson. Goes up her shot to glass, no good, and that'll do it as Ewald grabs the rebound. 2 seconds, 1 second, and this one's in the books. As we jump into our post-game show and our post-game summary, sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Superior Refinery. I don't want to say that this game was necessarily lost in the first quarter, but boy, it did not help. The Jackets, starting the first 12 points of the ballgame, never got closer than 5 points the entire game. Scored by quarter, Bethany Lutheran 19-11 in the first, 22-17 in the second. They led at 41-28 at the half. Jackets came within 5 early in the third. Vikings came back. Jackets ended up holding that quarter 14-13 to come within 12 heading to the fourth, and then in the fourth quarter, the Jackets end up outscoring Bethany Lutheran 17-14. Came within 5 again late in the ball game, but really didn't give themselves much of a chance. When you start out a ball game 12-0 down, and it really puts you behind the 8 ball very early in a ball game. Were there chances for the Jackets to come back? Sure, but when you have that kind of start, it really takes the momentum out of your game plan, and the Yellow Jackets never really, like I said, found this gear they needed in order to overcome that 12-point deficit in the first quarter. More of these final numbers here in this one. UWS 26 for 60 from the field, 43.3%. Bethany Lutheran 21 out of 53, good for 39.6. Jackets were 2 for 15 from beyond the arc. Vikings were 7 out of 18. And the Vikings outscoring the Yellow Jackets 19-5 at the free throw line. 19 out of 29 for the Vikings. Jackets were just 5 for 8. They also had 11 offensive rebounds at the Vikings. Out-rebound the Yellow Jackets 31-29. UWS with 9 offensive rebounds. And in terms of assists, the Jackets had 18 to go against 14 turnovers, so not bad in that department. Bethany Lutheran with 14 assists against 17 turnovers, but again, the Vikings were pretty much in control from start to finish in this ballgame and never really felt like the Jackets got untracked at any point during the 40 minutes here today. Individually, the Yellow Jackets led by Maddie Riot. She was by far the best Jacket on both ends of the floor today, I thought. 19 points for Riot. New career high in a Jacket jersey for her. 8 out of 13 shooting. She was 3 for 3 from the stripe as well. Had 6 assists in the ballgame. And just 2 turnovers in 30 minutes. She would be your post-game show player of the game for the Yellow Jackets. 12 points for Charlotte Furstel, 9 for Schaefer, 6 each for Mackenzie Lesha and Kylie Hewitt, 5 points for Hope Carlson, and 2 points for Elsa Olson. Bethany Lutheran, meanwhile, very balanced. 4 players in double figures. Wagner finishes with 18 points in the ballgame. Aaron McGee with 11. 10 each for Morgan Holke and Kennedy Arndt as well. 9 points as well for Kaylee Hunter, so they really spread it around. 4 points each for Juliana Ewald and Sheridan Kennedy, and 2 points for Lauren Bauer in the ballgame. With the loss, the Yellow Jackets now sitting at 4-11 overall, 1-1 in the conference. The Vikings improved to 5-10 overall and 2-0 in the UMAC so far here in 2026. Up next for the Yellow Jackets, they'll be back home a week from today, taking on Martin Luther. That will not be an easy game either. Martin Luther vastly improved over the last couple of years. So that'll be a stiff test for the Jackets as well. But that'll be our next broadcast of Yellow Jacket women's basketball. That'll be a 3 o'clock opening tip. 2:45 the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM, KUWS, and on Yellow Jacket TV. So that'll be our next broadcast. In the meantime, we have game number 2 between the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings on the men's side coming up in about 22 minutes or so. So if you're going to be with us for the rest of the afternoon, stick around for that. We'll be back for the pregame on that one in about 15 or so minutes as the Jackets and the Vikings on the men's side playing for the first time here in 2026. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Wyatt Tischler, who was my engineer back at 91.3 FM. Also a big thank you to Evan Ludwig, who was my engineer with Yellow Jacket TV. And a big thank you to everybody who tuned in for game 1 of our triple header. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we hope you'll stick with us for more Yellow Jacket women's basketball as the 2025-26 season continues. So for Wyatt back at the studio at 91.3, and also for Evan Ludwig with Yellow Jacket TV, this is Matt Johnson one more time repeating the final score of game 1 of our triple header here this afternoon. Yellow Jackets falling to Bethany Lutheran, final score Vikings 68, Yellow Jackets 59. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. The men's game coming up, like I said, in about 20-25 minutes. In the meantime, this has been Yellow Jacket women's basketball on both 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.